Think of a sporting Mazda and you inevitably think of the ultra-successful MX-5 Roadster. But delve deeper and you'll discover a braver and less conventional past. A past defined by Mazda's fascination with the rotary engine and a catalogue of pioneering motorsport achievements. The most famous of these was Mazda's history-making victory in the 1991 Le Mans 24 Hours with the legendary 787B Group C car. But there's another Mazda 24-hour winner, one that defeated far more powerful opposition to win the 1981 Spa 24-hour race. This wonderfully original RX-7 in fact. So turn up your speakers and come with us as we get to know this cracking little car and experience the uniquely manic performance of Mazda's other rotary-powered icon.
Now the heart of the RX-7 story is its rotary engine, and it really is quite a bizarre experience. I've never driven a two-stroke motorbike, but it's very similar from what I've been told and from what I know of two-stroke bikes. It's all about revs and a minute power band, and that's exactly what this car is. The owner told me, well, normally with old racing cars, it's all about keeping the revs down. With this car, the owner's saying you best keep it above 6,000, and really nothing happens much below 7. And yeah, it's fine to rev it to 8.5. But that's the world of the rotary engine. You basically multiply everything by 2. So in conventional capacity terms, this car is less than 1200 cc's, but for equivalency factor in motorsport, it was rated at 2.3 litres. At Spa in 81, this car wasn't in the top class, wasn't in the biggest capacity class, but it found itself racing overall against 3 litre Capris, 3 litre 5 Series BMWs and 5.7 litre Chevy Camaros, which kind of blows my mind really, especially when you consider that not only did this car qualify on the front row of the grid, but it went on to win the race convincingly. And what's it like to drive? Well, it's a manic little thing, as you can probably hear from the engine. It's quite a physical car actually. There's no power steering, there's no servo assistance on the brakes. So although the car weighs just about 900 kilos wringing wet, it's got a much bigger feel to it, and you need a certain amount of heft to hustle it around. Using engine tuning knowledge of the day, they still managed to more than double the power output of the regular road car. So this car has 225 horsepower, but that arrives at around 8,000 RPM. So you've really got nothing much, and then everything compressed into 1,000 RPM or so. But listen to it. What a hilarious machine. The balance of the car is beautiful. That engine is so far back in the chassis and so low and so light. It's just so wonderfully balanced. You feel the front end push, you back off, you get back on the power, and the rear end slides a little bit, but it's all in small amounts. You can hear it pop and bang, and then it sort of protests a little bit until you get right up it, and then it just flies from 7 to 8.5. Back in the day they would be revving it to 9, but in deference to the car's age and its owner, we're not quite working it that hard, but still, what a brilliant little car. we shouldn't forget what a significant part of Mazda's motorsport history this is. It was the first Japanese car to win the Spa 24 Hours, and it really set Mazda on the way towards their most celebrated 24-hour victory, which, as we all know, was at Le Mans with the fantastic 787B. But this little RX-7, it might look pretty much road standard, but it's an absolute giant slayer. What a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it's funny when you look at the car and it looks very close to standard in its appearance, and you look at the sort of on paper performance, so it's got 225 horsepower or something like that, but it weighs 900 kilos. And to give an indication, we've used my Megane Trophy Renault Sport as a camera car, which is a quick car by modern standards, and it was really struggling to keep pace with the Mazda when we wanted to do some tracking. And it's not that I didn't expect it to be a quick car, but I perhaps didn't expect it to stack up quite as well against a car that's 34, 35 years its junior. Some of the stuff that you only get with a rotary, or what I've learnt you only get with a rotary, are the more sensory things that you get in a racing car. So there's different smells, obviously different sound, because it's screaming away and it sounds like a little wasp at low revs, and then it absolutely screams to 8,500 revs. But they put two-stroke oil in with the fuel, so you get some, it's almost like a motorcycle in the way it delivers its performance and some of the excitement you get from it. It's really hot in there as well. I think rotaries are notorious for the heat that comes off the exhausts, and so you're sweating, you've got the fumes, you can pretty much smell your boots melting to the floor of the thing. It's quite a heavy steering, and it's quite a physical little car to drive, so I think it would have been, again, much more demanding than perhaps you would imagine a car of that size and power to be. So testament to Tom Walkinshaw and Pierre Dieudonné for driving two drivers in a 24-hour race in that thing. Must have been quite an undertaking.
What a cool car!
If race cars are your thing, why not look at our exclusive track test of Audi's R18 e-tron Le Mans winner, or alternatively, look at our Track Car of the Year video.